Wonder Woman because she has big, round titties.
Why else? Why else?
That's why. Look
Running like a Hellcat.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and I want to talk a little bit about Infinite Frontier. I've been really far behind on all of my reviews, and I'm hoping doing this will kind of catch me up, and then I can go from there. So I want to go back to doing more reviews, of course, news, all of that. But I started this channel for reviews, right? I started it to talk about nerd culture and comic book stuff. So I want to talk about Infinite Frontier so far. Now, this came after Future State, which came after Dark Knight's Death Metal and Endless Winter and Event Leviathan. And yeah, I'm not going to keep going. But even so, Future State gave us a glimpse into a possible future. And then we had Infinite Frontier come in and say, look at this huge, not multiverse, more like an Omniverse. And look at what we're going to give you. We're going to give you a little subsection called the Linearverse, where it explains why people don't age. We're going to give you new crime syndicate. We're going to give you new characters. We're going to give you this. And all of it sounds wonderful, right? All of it sounds great. Except for there's still a lot of really unanswered questions as to what is and is not continuity. They haven't taken into consideration how to do that. All you have to do is put something on the cover, have a little symbol, anything like that. It would make a lot of sense, and it would probably make a lot of canon nuts, maybe, like myself, happy. And then again, do something like I just praised Brian Michael Bendis for, putting a little paper in the beginning, right? Have the characters like he did. You don't even necessarily have to have that. Have the little recap. What's happened, when it take place, what Earth, what continuity, or if it's a standalone story like we're seeing from the Black Labels, and that's totally fine. It just needs to be clear. And that still really bugs me. But I'm going to talk about the individual titles a little bit, some of which I've reviewed, so I'll put them in the cards up above, like Philip Kennedy Johnson. He did his Action Comics, and I was really impressed by his Golden Years story and his Midnighter backup. So I'm not really going to discuss those too much in depth. I'll put all that fun stuff up above, like I said. But if you're new, make sure you subscribe, hit like, leave me a comment, help all the algorithm gods actually look upon me favorably. So let's start with Batman. I felt like after Tom King's Batman, James Tynion really went in, and he impressed everybody. He did a really great job, but this, and it's still good. I'm not saying it's not good, but nothing has quite impressed me. And there's one simple fact to that. I know where it's going. I know that I was correct that, I can't remember his first name. His last name's Mallory, maybe. He was, from Infinite Frontier Zero, the redhead that finds Bane dead. That is Peacekeeper #1. We know that now. I've been able to guess and predict everything James Tynion does from day one. And I'm not talking about just on Batman. I'm talking about on Future State. I'm talking about before that. Now, as far as his, image titles, no. But he is very predictable in his storylines, and I think he needs to just kind of do something to get you back in that story. It's not simply unpredictable to make Ghostmaker bisexual. That's not unpredictable. Honestly, that's pretty normal nowadays. Do something to get me back interested in your title, because right now, Legends of the Dark Knight is beating your title. Hands down, beating your title. So, and that includes really Detective Comics. Now, Mariko Tamaki hasn't had the chance to do a really run that I can judge. It's been slow going and honestly kind of boring. And it feels like it must come out on Tuesday because it feels like it's been forever since it came out. But, I'm going to give her some more. I don't ever drop Detective Comics or Batman. So I'm hoping I'm hoping that it pans out a little bit better than when it starts. So next would be Batman Superman. I'm hoping that I'm not going to be lazy after recording this and show you at least the covers to these. If I'm lazy, I apologize. It's late. So Batman Superman, we've only had one. It's been good. I think Jean-Louis Yang, with his storyline that he's going all these different multiversal things. And I loved seeing was it Alfred Bane? It's been like a month. And having the storyline's very different. And the setup was really cool. I kind of had to go through it twice, but it was very well done. So I think that's been good. Now, Urban Legends is a definite recommend. It is fantastic. Why haven't they gotten Chip Zdarsky on the main Batman title? No offense to James Tynion at all, because he's a good writer. But Chip blows you out of the water. I don't know if it's Red Hood or what, but I just want in 5 years to see a little Blue Hood cameo. You see the care that he puts in, and I really, really like that. And the backup with Grifter is great, though I don't like how they are doing stuff with Lucius Fox, but it is because of Joker War. Because of the toxins that were in his system, he's become a completely different character, and I hope that's being done on purpose because it won't make sense otherwise. So Catwoman, we've gotten 2 issues now, and it's been really well done. And I never had any doubt about this because since Ram V took over Catwoman, I have been beyond impressed. She is great. Her and Batman are taking a year apart. She has her own villains. She worked a little bit with the Riddler in this last one, but she has her own villains. She's going for something that means something to her, and that's Poison Ivy. So that drive, you can see it, and he expresses it well. Just to add in, his Justice League Dark has been fantastic. I love him on Justice League Dark. I can't think of anyone that I like more as of recently. So Crime Syndicate has been very good. Now, this is, it's really good. It's not, the unfortunate thing is it's not the Crime Syndicate that was in Forever Evil or that we know. So it is a little bit different, but not really, if that makes sense. But it feels very short. Because they put the backup stories in, they feel very short. Maybe it's just me wanting more. But I'm enjoying it. It's not my favorite title, but it's not worth dropping. So The Flash, I did review 768. I haven't reviewed 769. I probably won't. But I love The Flash. I think it's Jeremy Adams that's doing this. Now, we're not much into this, and I'm still really enjoying it. The way he writes Gold Beetle is like this almost LOL, I am super random kind of girl, but he writes her really well and not annoying. And it's hard to do. It's hard to do with Harley Quinn, let alone a brand new character. So I was really impressed. I think it's almost like he's jumping through the time stream and he's going to be going on all these adventures, and then he'll come back and he'll be the Flash in the Justice League, but it's just going to take some time. I don't think he's due back till July. So Green Lantern #1. I feel like I'm repeating myself a little bit from my July solicitations video, but that's actually what prompted me to do this video because I haven't got a chance to talk about these titles. So Green Lantern #1, fantastic. The best Teen Lantern has ever been written was in that book. And I'm hoping that I can say the same next month about Joe Mullion. I absolutely loved it. It brought great dialogue from Jeffrey Thorne, and it also brought that feeling in your stomach where you almost want to look ahead to see what happens. I do that too often, but I stopped myself and I want to know what's going on, right? So Harley Quinn, I've reviewed. I am not happy with at all. The art is trash. I cannot stand Riley Rossmo's art. I get it. Some people do like that abstract-y art, and that's nothing against you. And if you're enjoying it, that's great. But to be fair, Harley Quinn should look beautiful. Harley Quinn should be sexy-ish. Get Tony Daniels. Obviously that's a huge name. Just get somebody that can actually draw a woman without making her look shapes or a man that doesn't have an extra whole fucking face instead of a double chin. It's odd. I don't like it. I don't imagine I'm going to continue it. I'm gonna give it one more chance and that's it. So the Joker 1 and 2 and Punchline Backup 1 and 2 came out. The art on both of these are fantastic. Like absolutely beautiful. The art in 2 I really, really love, or in Punchline I really love. And I think it's Mirko and Dalfo. Holy crap, I love it. I love Punchline. She's badass. She's taking on almost like it's the Royal Flush gang has been around, but I haven't seen him in a while. And bringing back Bluebird, like making her own character away from Joker already. And that's great. That's when you know a character has staying power. Love it. The Joker story is great. I love it's more centered around Gordon, right? And Gordon deserves this retirement-esque. And now it totally changes so much because you've got the Joker who's, Batman's nemesis, but he's being hunted down by the Court of Owls. And that's huge. So we also have Justice League and Justice League Dark. Again, both of which I've reviewed. They were really good. Bendis impressed me a lot. I was very satisfied with both of those. I actually, it's so much so that I was shocked. If that makes sense. Like, I was like, oh my God, is this Bendis? Should I go back and read some of the Superman, or did I miss what happened? It was really good. And Justice League Dark, always good by Ram V. One thing I want to add, I forgot to say about during Urban Legends is the backup stories. The Harley Quinn one by Stephanie Phillips was adorable. I reviewed that one, but the backup stories, one was by Cecil Castellucci, and it was for Oracle. Yeah, just stop giving her. I don't want to sound mean. Yeah, I do. Don't give her work. Even in a backup story that you told her here, she has virus. She's getting a new outfit. Her outfit was boring. It wasn't amazing. I could have done a better one. And it was just really, really, she left a bad taste in my mouth after Batgirl 50. And I don't want to read anything from her. I won't. And I won't support it anymore either. So the next Batman I've been reading digitally, well, everything digitally, but it's been coming out on digital first. I don't know. I think we're up to like 14 or something. It's been good. It's been slow heading to this trial where we just found out a big secret, earmuffs, if you don't want to know. Basically that the reason Tim left originally was because he did a hit and run. He killed somebody. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I got to continue this. I want to see what happened. But are we heading to that place where Bruce Wayne is going to be replaced and why? And there's so many unanswered questions that keeps me reading. And that's what the important part is. So Nightwing 2 from Tom Taylor so far. Nightwing has inherited a lot of money from Alfred. And he's actually officially richer than Bruce Wayne. But guess how he's going to use the money? Like, he's got a dog too, Harley. He is going to use the money to help the children that Bloodhaven forgot. There is a tent city full of very young adolescent children, 16, 15 years old. And that's what he's going to do. Like, I love it. I really, really love the compassion you see from Nightwing. And that's kind of, he was always that kind of character. He was the compassion where Batman was stoic. And seeing him use it for kids, come on. That's my kryptonite. I'm going to love it. So Suicide Squad. Oh, I love Suicide Squad. Peacemaker's such a badass character. Right, when that got announced, and I was like, who made Peacemaker cool again? I'm like, oh, I forgot who actually was. He was cool. It reminds me of like the, what was it? John Ostermeyer runs, Ostermander. I don't remember his last name exactly, but it reminds me of that in a way. And we're getting like just an evil, vindictive, bitchy Amanda Waller. And it's perfect. And we've got one of the previous talent, Lincoln, the previous talent. And it's like, okay, there's so much going on. And then there was some new characters introduced. And like, there's like 6 new characters introduced in number 2. And like 3 of them made it. And the one girl is like this hawk looking motherfucker, but she's funny. It's great. It's awesome. So then we have the red and blue and black and white. And if you watch my previous videos, Yeah, I hate them. First off, I don't like that I'm not a huge anthology short story, not in continuity kind of person, but Red and Blue, really. And I mean, really. And if anyone's listening that matters from DC, Red and Blue, what you let John Ridley do to Superman put such a bad taste in my mouth. You probably lost hundreds of dollars from me from the red and blue, the black and white, and then the blue and gold, or I'm sorry, black and gold. Yeah, it was that bad. It was that bad. Same with your Truth and Justice series. And I think that might have been Brandon Easton. I'm not sure on that one though. So I'm not impressed. I'm dropping them both. I have no interest whatsoever. I'll try Wonder Woman's. I'll give it one issue. If it's not at least an 8 or a 9, I'm done. They don't interest me. What does interest me, though, is the actual Wonder Woman. That has Becky Cloonan and something Conrad on it. I should have had this information in front of me. I apologize. But we're 2 issues in. We get a little bit of a backup story about, young Diana, and she's adorable, and I love her so much, and I want to hug her with Twitter. And then we have regular Diana, who, I don't know, but I think in the first issue, she slept with some dude, like, right away. She's on what's it called? Valhalla, right? And it's basically like you fight during the day, you die, you go have meat and beer and whatever it's called. And then you go to sleep and then you fight the other day. And if you die, you come back. Well, people aren't coming back and she's got to figure out why. So she's not supposed to be there. She keeps like having these premonitions. It's really good. As far as Teen Titans Academy, there's only been one. So I can only judge from that. But wait, has there been 1 or 2? I think I know there's been 2. I know there has been. Because there seems like the little blonde kid is going to be Red X. And then obviously, of course, he's not going to be. Kind of reminds me of like a little Iceman. But the Red X, mystery is the main thing in it. And I do like the new characters. There's like one super cool one made out of rags. And maybe I just like it because it's similar to Ragman. But I'm digging the new characters. I really am. As far as is it perfect? No, it's far from, but I'm hoping it gets closer to that, 7, 8, 9 range. So the last one is Teen Titans Swamp Thing. And that is by, again, Ram V and I believe it's by Zermanico. I could be wrong. Wow. I love it. Like, I love Swamp Thing. I do. But this gives it a fresh new flavor. It almost feels like, how DC has the green, where you control the green. Almost feels like they might introduce something like with the sand. And it's very like tell ghost stories around a campfire. Like, I don't know. I like Levi Kamai. That's the new Swamp Thing. And he kind of fell into this and he doesn't really want it. And then he's got like a girlfriend that's helping him with it, but he's also being watched. And it's just like, there's a lot going on, plenty to keep my interest. So out of everything, like just the titles that I talked about, 85% of them are worth checking out. And that's kind of funny because there's a lot of things I come on here and say, and I'll complain about this or I'll complain about that. But DC's doing really well, especially like I just picked up The Woman of Marvel for this week. And it's like, wow, I don't realize the quality until I actually read Marvel. That's really sad. Really, really sad. Like, I understand that's a book that is new talent, new women, new people trying to break in. I get it. I get all that. But wow, there's a huge quality difference between the two. And I'm not one of those DC versus Marvel people. But DC's winning the comics game now as far as movies and stuff. That's a clear winner. But yeah, 80%, if not more, is better. Is great. And I'm really enjoying Infinite Frontier so far. Now, we did have Secret Files, and I'm hoping Infinite Frontier 1 through 6 will actually explain a little more of what is going on because we still don't know much. And that's the worst part about it is we don't know. Let us know what the multiverse entails. Let us know why this is a different crime syndicate. Let us know why some people remember and some don't. Flesh all that out. That's really important. Really, really important. And make it clear what Earth it's on and if it's in canon or not. My God, that would be, it's a matter of putting an Earth on the front cover and putting a 3 on it, or a 1, or an A, or an O. It's that easy. It's that easy. Anyways, let me know, of course, what you guys are thinking about Infinite Frontier so far. Sorry, I went on too much, but there's certain things about it that I want to complain about, but there's also certain things I want to gush about. And I think that's why I use this video a little bit. So let me know what you guys think. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Coming like a Hellcat.